Hey Pisces Starseeds, it's Sweet Spirit Mystic. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you all are surviving the family dynamic of the holiday season. It is Thanksgiving in the US. So let's see what the messages are. As you know, energy's been shifting on the channel, in life in general. So let's see what comes out. Let's see what comes out. Ooh. That's a good sign. Bottom of the deck is the Sun. Six of Coins. Six of Wands. Five of Swords. Eight of Swords. The World. Ace of Wands, Eight of Cups. Three of Pentacles or Three of Coins, the Emperor. One more. The Hermit and the Moon. Okay. I'm going to try to keep this one light. We'll see. There's a lot going on lately, so know that you are not alone. Okay, Pisces, so you're doing well. 2-2-2. Balance. You're playing the game. If this happens and I do this, I can shift it to this. You found the different Easter eggs. You know what they do. So now this is the part where you get to use the knowledge that you've been cultivating over time. In these challenging situations of life, which is, family things, work things, it's heightened during holiday time or deadline time. This is where you get to put all of that new awareness of yourself into action. So as tricky as the holidays can be for a lot of people, this is where you get to see your power. So think of it as your quest. Okay? It's fun. Keep telling yourself that. Okay, so with the Sun and the Six of Coins, it's recognizing how you balance energy. How if the pendulum is swinging too far this way, what's the antidote that gets it centered? Think about that in your life. How you're able to diffuse any situation that's tricky. Sometimes it's by listening. Sometimes it's by standing down. Sometimes it's that doing nothing. Sometimes it's completely disengaging. You are learning how to transmute and change energy so that you are always in a position of comfort. You're realizing that you are not stuck. You are not a victim of your circumstance. You are changing it for the better as you go. 444. Wow. These things that always happen, now that you know that it's an awareness thing for you, you can change it. it's like tarot, you know. If you see something in the future that you don't like, this is where you're like, okay, then I can change these few things and that trajectory will change course in a way that's better. It's using that power, Pisces, that foresight, that intuition, that sacred knowledge. You're like, oh my God, I get it now. So this is a phase where we practice. Okay, we're at Harry Potter school right now. Learning how to use these tools that you knew you had, you just didn't know how to wield them. Honing your craft. So I feel like this is like a magic wand situation. You're learning how to co-create your life because you're creating this space and you're giving yourself this time to evaluate your behavior in relation to others. Because this happened, I did this. When these things are said or done, it triggers this. And because I get triggered, I do this old pattern. But now, you're like, wait, those old triggers, those old things, I see you now. So instead of being ruffled, I'm going to just change the course of that energy in a way that's better. Three of Pentacles. You're creating a new foundation. Because of this knowledge that you have, you're actively taking part in your own future, in your own life. You're not just reactionary when things happen. You're being proactive. You're taking the first step. You're moving out of the way. You're not just letting all the arrows and the targets hit you. You're like, no, you know. This is the part where you turn into Neo in the Matrix and all the bullets can't even touch you. They just fall because you're directing your energy. You don't even have to do anything. You just are like, no. And then that's when the tension dissipates, and that's when people message you later like, hey, I'm sorry I was bristly, things were happening. And then that's where you're like, you know what, I understand, things happen, you're handling it so well, or blah, 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 as your Pisces-ness comes out. And that's where the wisdom happens, that internal wisdom. And people will recognize it in you. They're like, oh wait, Pisces was able to bring down the commotion. And then you can see, oh wait, normally in this situation, maybe I would have said this and then this would have started happening. But since I didn't say that, this never happened. It turned into this. You know? I don't know. I think we're onto something. So the card that flew out, 10 of Wands. This is all those headaches that you're like, no, I'm not even going to allow that to come into my circle. You are exuding this independent energy, and this is going to make everything move so fast because it's like, as you know the secrets, you're just creating it left and right. And it's easier and better and better. And as you share the knowledge with those that want to hear it, later on, after they're wondering how your life's working out so well now, like that's the point where you are this master that people will seek out in whatever sphere of life you live, whatever world of influence you have, your domain, your own movie. been slow going. But it's that steadiness, that inner strength, that knowing that there's something there that you can tap into. And it's like how to get the key. Okay? Alice in Wonderland went down the rabbit hole. She went in that room. She ate the little cake or mushroom or whatever. And she changed. You know, she got bigger, she got smaller. It was hard when she was big. It was hard when she was small because she knew that it was a balance. And as soon as she found out which one did what, she was able to manipulate that energy so she could be in the right energy for the right moment. There were times where she needed to be big, times that she needed to be small, times where she needed to be seen, times when she didn't. 11:11, it's knowing when that is. Knowing when to put yourself out there. 11:22. So it's cool, Pisces, what you're doing. You are learning to harness your own power. And yeah, there may be a little bit of pushback, but I feel like I said earlier, this is the prime time to practice and to see what happens. This is the experiment. Let me see if I do this, if I'm going to have that interaction with my mom like I normally would, or my sister, or my uncle, or whoever that gets a little bit under your skin. You know who I'm talking about. And it changes from this, let's bicker, or this. Everyone's happy, everyone's chill. It's just enjoyment. It's like you know your own power. You can, so it's like when you need to grow it or shrink it or divert it. For your own benefit. That's the thing. It's not to make everyone else comfortable. No, it's to make you feel comfortable. It's that little smile, that little Mona Lisa smile that I know something that you don't know. And I'm going to sit in my chair, I'm going to smoke my pipe, or I'm going to drink my drink and just watch it all play out. King of Cups. This is that Stoicism, Marcus Aurelius, Meditations. Pick it up if you don't have it. When you're letting things go in the restroom, it's a good read. It replaces all that with good knowledge. Okay, the Devil. 10 of Swords, Knight of Swords, the Magician, 3 of Swords. Okay, we're gonna pull some cards on this little section. 10 of Cups, 10 of Wands, Queen of Wands, Ace of Cups. So this is your energy, Pisces. This is you just exuding that Pisces vibe, that Pisces love, that attractiveness, Kung Fu Panda style of like, what do you know that I don't know? Can I have what they're having? I want that drink. Okay. It's like, yeah, people have seen where you've been. People know this phase. And this is where it changed. And they're like, what did Pisces do? Because normally everyone would be fighting or in the other room crying or, you know. But this isn't happening. Nothing's happening. it's just calm. There's depth because you're there, but it's peaceful. So it's like, yeah, you're working with your power in real time. It's not like you manifest something out in the future. It's like in the moment, second by second. And you're no longer hurting yourself. You're no longer letting these other external forces hurt you because you get to direct your energy. Page of Wands at the bottom of the deck. It's like walking this new path. Seven of Swords, Four of Cups. It's very much learning the strategy, learning the rules, learning the game. Like, think of it like this. You know, there's all those movies about surviving, or shows about surviving, right? Think of it like this. You were born, you knew you had to learn something subconsciously. That's why you're here. You're born into a situation. This is where you enter the game, but you don't know the rules at all. And then you go through life and things happen. And it's like you're trying to figure out, okay, when I do this, this happens. When I push this little knot on this tree, the door opens and there's treasure inside. Or if I see this little bomb, if I touch that, it blows things up. Sometimes I want that, sometimes I don't. Okay, so you're learning the rules of life as you go. So you're at a point now that you know all the tricks, know all the paths. So now it's just choosing the ones that you want to implement at a particular time. So that means you need to be able to be quiet and pay attention, to turn off all the chatter around you and listen to hear. Because think of it this way, or feel it this way. Your mind is your conscious mind. When you're actively, okay, I'm going to do this next. Your heart can be unconscious. No, that's not it. Okay, this is going to be hard for me to articulate. You know, there's our conscious and our unconscious. There's how we live on autopilot, and then how we live when we're directing our energy. Most of us, most of humankind, we run on autopilot, unconscious behavior, because it's easy. We just kind of, right? Being conscious takes effort. So that's why it's difficult. That's why people don't do it. And like when we're physically tired, that's when our behavior can be the worst almost, because we're reverting to all of these innate born tendencies to be a certain way when we're here to learn how to correct certain behaviors. So that means we have to be conscious when we're doing that. Until we've done it so many times, whether it's situations in this lifetime or over lifetimes, learning, okay, when I do this, this happens. When I do that, this happens. I can diffuse this when I do this. I can make it crazy if I do this. So, I forget where I was going with that, but it's blending the two, the conscious and the unconscious. And as you do repetitively corrective action, it rewires that program, that tendency, so that it happens less and less, or you get out of the situation even faster. So this next 2 months, 4 months even. This is how you learn how to take control of your life. And we're going to go through it on this channel, and we're going to learn it together, okay? So it's going to feel rocky at first. It's not going to be easy. But as we get more and more familiar with it, it'll get better and better. It'll feel better. We'll be creating the reality that we want to have. Okay. You know what? Let me pull one of these cards just for some levity. Bear with me because the way the messages are coming out, it's hard for me to articulate it. But it will get easier. It'll get more concise. It'll be less bumbling around or tongue-tiedness. And that's how it'll be in your life too, in practice. So I guess what I'm trying to say is don't be hard on yourself. We're all figuring it out together. It's new. Do these two. 13. I am surrounded by golden light. Ooh, that's the golden mirror egg. Protect yourself, Pisces. Guard your energy. You do not have to give it, and you do not have to receive others' energy. I give myself permission to shine. I love and forgive myself. You benefit immensely when you choose to forgive, and so does everyone around you. Forgiveness allows you to break free from limiting beliefs and attitudes. If you made a mistake, retain what you learned from the event, but release all the negative emotions. Set yourself free from the past and fulfill your true potential. Love in abundance, receive in abundance. 46. I open my heart to receive love. I open my heart to give love. Love is powerful, but it is not to be feared. To fear love is to fear life. Love moves everything toward its true nature. Make yourself receptive to being filled with love. And once love fills you, you have an endless gift to give. I love in abundance. I receive in abundance. Love flows freely through me. You are a channel. You are a beacon. No one can ruffle you unless you let them. Okay. I love you, Pisces. I'll see you soon.